rewatch your rant at the beginning because there was another thing I was going to say during it. Um,
There are so many ARN videos that we should go back to and maybe just watch and then talk about them.
yeah, have reaction videos to our own videos.
Yeah, like we say some good things and we don't like go in on another direction because we can only go in one direction in like one chat. And we like probably
Yeah,
find something we talked about and be like,
yeah. It would be. I mean, you could almost do that. We could do that with the video stuff here, where you could actually share your screen, watch the video, pause it whenever we want to talk about something.
I sense the future of ARN being really
Yeah,
hilarious and fun.
whole new level of madness, nonsense.
Excellent. I actually really like that idea because like some of the stuff we talked about, we could go into so much. And a lot of that is built on or off of conversations that we've had like throughout the day or something. But now we're not side by side throughout the day or chatting or like in the same environment. So like I could talk about things that I've talked with others or things that have come to mind, but it won't have that like kind of foundational depth of like us being on the same page and going into this further to see what else we can explore. So
Yeah.
that might be a good way of doing it. Also, I need to figure out how to put all this ARN stuff into the, I have to type out so much and
Yeah, yeah.
make scenes out of it, things like that.
When what you're saying about play within the moment or whatever, playing instead of the result of the thing or whatever. I don't know, that somehow fits with that too, is like, the interconnected circular whatever this is
The
stuff.
messiness of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like one thing that loosely reminds me of it sometimes is like I play Magic or like build these Magic decks and stuff, and me and a friend just finished like a huge tournament bracket we set up with all these decks, and I find that as soon as I start to like work on those Magic stuff, it's like a different creative switch flips and it's more creative and more experimental than when I'm writing or revising because like it's like the switch goes back and then
Yeah.
I know it's there and I still have some of that, but it's like there's a different mode of operation going on here and it's more restrictive. It's more like on that result oriented. It's less messy and playful because it's not something like with cards I can just throw them around. I start throwing like it's so tangibly playful with words and like sentence structure and all this other stuff. It's play like I'm making a story and all this other stuff. It's completely experimental and it's making something completely new onto a screen or whatever. But it's still linear sentence by linear sentence. Like it doesn't have that the inherent innate playful spammy feel that playing with magic cards does and like the switch flips and I can distinctly feel it of just like this is different, how do I carry it over there, and I switch to like try and write a few paragraphs and it's playful and fun, but it's like I just did this with a different mode of operation. Like, how do I go back to that? And yeah, it's cool. So it's fun to bounce back and forth, and it's like that might be one of the best resources for me over the next little while, trying to figure out how to get back into that, almost like the old LV mindset of like now Grand is instead of a like jokester in a race car. He's like a little boy on an island stuck with spurps.
Yeah.
Like, like whatever that was, that original stuff was so transformative in all these random directions. And it like reading those Metten speeches from like 2012 or whatever, that's still so deep. And like I wrote that back then, and now like I put effort into like making these things flow and stuff. And it's like that just came out because I was messing around and like
Yeah.
it was not meant to be final, but it turned out as like a good of a final draft as anything could.